Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dirt Sheets Video Reviews. I'm Zach Brown's David Martell, with me as always. So, right off the top, we have to come clean about something. Unfortunately, we did not get to attend.
We cheated on that test.
We did not. We did not get to attend Raw live in Dallas. What happened was we had tickets that we were supposed to get hooked up with. And that ended up falling through, so we did not get to watch Raw live, and we also haven't watched it at home either. I think probably because it stings too bad, because we missed a huge Raw with a lot happened.
It was not purposefully.
Right. We did not mean to. We had every intention of attending and recording a review from the American Airlines Center parking lot, probably.
Full circle.
But that didn't get to happen, so yeah.
No big deal.
Our usual excellent production values. Anyway, so actually what we're going to be doing this week is we're not going to be talking about Raw or TNA. We're actually going to be reviewing the Hall of Fame inductees, the class of 2013 WWE Hall of Fame inductees. We're going to be talking about each one of them, and then at the end we are going to talk about the major happening that happened right after we recorded last week's episode with Jack Swagger's DUI and drug bust.
I see that picture on the
yeah, exactly. Well, I already put it up last week. Yeah. So that literally happened like the day after we recorded last week. So we're going to talk about it fresh this week. Okay, so of the 5 announced inductees for 2013, the first one was Mick Foley. Mick Foley, who, you know, how ironic is it that...
Good love.
Yeah,
Mankind.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack.
Yeah, all 4 people.
They're all getting inducted at the same time.
This is the most packed class ever. How are they going to stand on the stage? Anyway, so it's really interesting because Edge was inducted, last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Whatever. Isn't it funny that Mick Foley is like one of the guys that made Edge with that hardcore match, and he's now getting inducted? I don't know. Cracks me up.
I still think Edge should not be inducted already. Maybe in a couple years, 10 years, 20 years.
Well, what's done is done.
No, I'm just kidding.
What's done is done. I mean, hey. But anyway, so Mick Foley, long overdue. Honestly, this could have been the major induction.
I thought it was.
I thought it was for a long time too, yeah. But, so Mick Foley's getting inducted. I mean, how do you feel? Do you think he deserves it? Is it the right time?
Yeah, it's the right time. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
He's helped put over so many people, including The Rock and Triple H, Edge, Randy Orton. Yeah. All these people are huge, or are huge. And if it wasn't for him, I guarantee you these guys wouldn't be as good as they are.
Yeah, really.
They wouldn't have been as popular as they are, because he made them. He's kind of... People don't realize how big of a part of wrestling he is.
He's been in ECW.
If it wasn't, I mean, he's such a big part of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
And I feel like people kind of brush him under the carpet, like, he was there. He wasn't The Rock or Stone Cold, but I mean, he, in a sense, was just as big because of how much he put in.
Connection. He's largely responsible for how successful Hell in a Cell is now. I mean, how many times they replay that?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Two of my all-time favorite feuds are his feuds with The Rock and Triple H. Yeah. Two of my favorite. My favorite Hell in a Cell match was Mankind Triple H. Personally, I was more invested because I had a brief period where I didn't watch wrestling.
Sure.
So that was right before. Yeah. The Undertaker one was right before I started watching again.
Okay.
So I was fully invested in the Triple H one, and that was kind of his retirement match in a sense.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Mick Foley, one of my all-time favorites, definitely. And it's well deserved.
Yeah, he's not like making my top 5 or anything, but I have huge respect for Mick Foley.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he's written books. He has done stand-up comedy. I have the utmost respect for Mick Foley. He's been in the business for forever. Put over top talent. He's excellent.
He is excellent.
Yeah. Next up was Bob Backlund, who most recently had a run in TNA. But hey, sweep it under the rug, whatever. I think this is absolutely well deserved. It's interesting. If they had a slow year, a lot of these guys could have been the main inductee.
Yeah,
Bob Backlund is huge enough.
He's been a world champion.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, I feel, isn't he one of the longest world champions?
He is one of them.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
He provided a lot in the earlier days, probably 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 90s, stuff like that.
He had that really good character. I mean, he was like a Boy Scout, and he still kind of is.
But he's a great wrestler.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Fantastic wrestler. Well deserved. And it's one of those things where it's like, how is he not inducted earlier?
This is probably
inducted before him.
Yeah, this is probably 5 years too late.
I would even say,
I don't think they never.
You know, how did Eddie Guerrero get inducted before him, or how did?
I mean, okay, when
I understand. I'm not disrespecting Eddie Guerrero. I'm just saying there's other people that should have been in after him. You know, his major contributions were so long ago.
I know what you mean. Who knows why they pick the order they do? I can't explain.
I know all
the time.
I'm just
saying I can't justify why they do what they do sometimes. But
why?
But I mean, like in my opinion, Eddie went in at the right time. I mean, he just died and whatever.
I'm not disrespecting Eddie. I think he definitely deserves it. God.
Anyway,
I'm bad guy.
No, you're Eddie, the heel.
No,
he's not up there, David. He's down there. No, anyway. I'm right now. I'm shocked you didn't think of that quote. But
well, I didn't want to say it on camera.
Okay, so the next announced inductee was Trish Stratus. I'll have to say, I want to start off by saying this actually caught me by surprise. I thought this was pretty soon. I thought it could have happened several years from now.
I mean, I could see that, but I'm fine.
I'm fine with it. I'm not offended by it. I wasn't like, what?
When you think about what women deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, there's only 3 names that really come to my mind that are left, and that was Trish, Lita, and Chyna.
Lita was the main one that came to mind for me.
You know, those 3 should be inducted.
Will Chyna ever be?
Yeah, that's she deserves it, but she is in a weird profession.
Right.
If you don't know, look it up.
Well,
you'll be surprised.
Put on safe search if you do, but whatever. Trish, very well deserved. She was probably my favorite diva of the Attitude Era of that chunk.
I might have been more of a Lita.
Right. I mean, you usually fall into 2 camps at that time, you know. But Lita's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but I mean,
exactly. What the heck?
Trish had the it factor or something.
Then Lita didn't.
She did. She's one of the big reasons Edge was popular back then. You know?
And the Hardy Boys.
Right. Yes.
Remember what she did to Matt Hardy?
Oh yeah. I remember.
That was not cool.
But so Trish, totally deserved, obviously. And she even left strong. I felt that her last feud with Mickie James was strong.
Oh yeah, put over Mickie James and made her popular.
A lot of people don't really talk about that time, but I thought she did a good job exiting. You know.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, definitely agree.
Yeah. So the big one, obviously, that just got announced this year is Bruno Sammartino. I'm shocked it's happening. Honestly,
I think most people are.
Right. Yeah.
Because he declined it so many times.
Yeah.
He's had so many problems with Vince and the product and he's if you really know about Bruno Sammartino, he's kind of a clean cut guy. He likes things to be clean. He doesn't like cussing or suggestive storylines and stuff like that. And it took a lot on Triple H to push him and be like, hey, we changed, we're PG,
Are they still going to stick with PG? I'm not sure.
They are right now. I mean, somehow they get away with it.
Right.
But, he could have been the first inductee of the Hall of Fame. He was the John Cena or Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold of his era. Mm-hmm. He was that guy.
I mean, he held it for
4 years or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it was longer than that. But
He's held the title longer than anybody.
Yeah.
And back in the day, that's how people held titles.
It was a different time on one hand, but at the same time, he was an excellent wrestler.
Yeah, he was a great wrestler. He had a great look and hugely popular. Mm-hmm. Sold out Madison Square Garden several times. Yeah. I mean, there's other sports icons that look up to Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. Did you watch the interview that came out shortly after his induction announcement? he did an interview like on his own.
I read it. I didn't watch it.
You read a bit on it? Okay, yeah, I watched part of it, and he basically stated that the reason he's agreeing to do it is they cleaned up their product, and a big deal for him is actually the wellness stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is that they're instituting
drugs.
exactly. He's way against all the steroid use and all the other drug use, which is great.
He's not a fan of Jack Swagger right now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, a little bit of this played a factor.
I'm sure
they paid him like over $1 million. Clearly,
I'm sure they paid him some money.
Probably $2 million. I bet you.
Because I believe he stated that. I think he stated that they owed him money or something.
Oh, okay.
Back years ago.
That I didn't know. But I don't know. I'm hugely a fan of this. I can't believe they accomplished it. I thought it would never ever happen.
Now, for anyone who said this wasn't a real Wrestling Hall of Fame,
right.
They can shut up.
Who was saying that?
There's people,
really,
that just didn't see, because they didn't get all the big names in there. Because there's other people that deserve it from other organizations or whatever.
One big thing is the whole Ric Flair Bruno thing, who snubbed who. I wonder if that'll get resolved. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
What's snubbed who?
I'll talk to you about it after this. Okay, so what I was just alluding to was there was an incident between Bruno and Ric Flair. It was backstage at some event. Who knows? If it was
56 years ago.
I don't remember if it was a convention or if it was backstage somewhere, but there was supposed to be this incident where one person was saying they tried to extend their hand to shake their hand, and the other person blew them off. And then the other person was saying that I was walking down the hallway, the other person turned around and went the other way. So there's like, and both of them have stuck to their story, both Rick and Bruno. So there's like this big like who snubbed who thing, whatever.
Snubbed?
Yeah, who snubbed the other wrestler, who didn't pay the other one respect. A little bit.
Yeah, it's Bruno.
It's been several years now. I mean, it maybe happened like mid-2000s. I don't know. Woo! I think
Ric Flair would be the one.
I think Bruno was saying that Rick turned around and left.
Oh, I would think it's the other way.
Rick, and that Bruno and Rick was saying Bruno wouldn't change.
I like that better.
Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know, but there is this whole who snubbed who controversy. I wonder how it's going to play out now that they're both going to be in the WWE scene again. But hey,
can't wait till Bruno.
Maybe he'll induct him. No. I wonder who is inducting Bruno.
I don't think we know yet.
Okay, all right. Triple H. No. Why? All right. Okay, and the most recent announcement for an inductee is Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I have to say I'm hugely disappointed and overall turned off by this, because why is this happening? You could have waited several years.
It's the celebrity induction. Who else would you throw in there for the celebrity induction?
Nobody. I don't know.
You have to pick somebody.
Cyndi Lauper. Who cares?
The only person I can think of that should
Mr. T. Is
Mr. T was
he is in there? Okay,
no, he's not. I'm saying
he's not. Yeah,
he should be.
Was LT also?
LT is like a rapist.
But is he? Oh yeah. Forgot about that. On that note, O.J. Simpson.
You just said with Damian Thompson.
No, what did I? Oh, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, sorry.
Duh.
I'm not that into football, but yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah,
this guy.
He was not involved in wrestling.
Let's induct the rapist.
I forgot Lawrence Taylor did. LT did that.
Yeah, he did.
That was pretty recent, wasn't it? Yeah.
Not like a year or two ago.
Yeah. Well,
let's see where you would go.
Yeah, I would induct LaDainian Tomlinson. Anyway, okay.
Never stepped foot in the ring.
Seriously. On that note, let's get Pac-Man Jones and who's been in TNA. Anyway, okay.
I mean, I don't like Donald Trump.
First of all, I hated that WrestleMania. Can I just go out and say that? My favorite match of that year was it wasn't
Bobby Lashley versus
Oh, that was so bad. I hated that hair versus hair crap. Was it that year that was that Benoit's Final Mania with MVP? Was that 23?
I don't know.
I think that was. It was either 23 or
23 was not a good one.
No.
22 was not a good one.
Nope.
24?
Hair versus hair. Millionaire versus millionaire. Or billionaire. Whatever. The battle of the billionaires. Terrible. Terrible.
Unless they shaved Donald Trump's head, then you would have been like, that was funny.
I love how, back then all the celebrities were like, yeah, I'd love to see Donald Trump shaved, blah, blah, blah. Well, too bad that, this is wrestling. Of course, Vince is shaving.
I'm also mad at Donald Trump's act. I'm mad because I was at Raw in Dallas, and the one day of my life money was raining from the ceiling. It wasn't raining in my section, in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, he was in the nosebleeds.
There was $1 just floating there, laughing at everyone. We were like, nope, didn't give us that dollar. So thanks, Donald Trump. You couldn't just go everywhere.
I remember them dropping mostly fake money, and a few select people got $100 bills. That's why I had heard.
I don't care. If I had the opportunity and maybe a $100 bill was there, then I'd have been happy. Could have been all $1 bills.
Anyway, so I am not happy about Donald Trump being inducted.
He screwed me.
He didn't screw me. Anyway, I don't like Donald Trump. I didn't like his foray into wrestling. I actually think a few of his Raw appearances were way better than the WrestleMania thing. Do you remember when he came back after WrestleMania?
He was a GM.
He was a GM for a night, and he bought the company for a little while.
I was there. So
you were at that one?
That was that one? Well, it wasn't. It was one of them.
Right.
He was the GM.
Yeah. I actually liked that interaction where it seemed like he could flirt with the WWE scene for a couple of years to come or whatever. Luckily, that's been his last appearance or whatever. But the taste of that terrible WrestleMania is still leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
The taste
is leaving a bad taste. Wow. Anyway, I hated that WrestleMania, so I don't forgive him for that. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so okay, so those are the inductees. I think we're mostly happy about all of them. Anything you wanted to add? Well, is there? So that's not all of them.
That's all of them.
That's all. It's usually 5.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty sure.
5.
Pretty 5.
I feel like they have lesser ones sometimes sprinkled in.
This one doesn't have one.
I felt like the last couple ones had like 8.
No, none
5
of them ever had
too
8.
Short.
They've always had 5.
Okay.
I'm pretty positive.
News to me. I feel like it's been way more every year. Coco Beware.
You're just naming people.
Bill. Okay, like when we saw Stone Cold get inducted. We were there live when Stone Cold got inducted. Stone Cold, Bill Watts, right? Was Coco Beware that year?
No, not at all.
The Funks, Terry Funk and Dory Funk.
I think it's just more the Blackjacks.
The Blackjacks?
Blackjack Mulligan, the Blackjack tag team.
There? They got inducted there?
I'm sorry you don't remember.
I don't remember.
They were the first ones to talk. Ones with the big mustaches.
Oh, I'm gone.
Oh, you do not remember.
Not that.
Not at all.
Not that.
Who else, Zach? No, throw us out. 8 different ones.
Okay, well, who else was?
Well, we named 4 of them.
4?
Who was the celebrity?
Drew?
Was it
No,
Drew?
No, it was not. No. Well, this is phenomenal airtime. What a great use of time. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Jack Swagger. So, Mr. Swagger got busted in Biloxi, Mississippi, a town I'm very familiar with. I grew up partially in Mississippi. I still have grandparents in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
So do I.
So do you?
I have grandparents near Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Okay.
I used to live there.
Yeah.
Don't take all the Mississippi credit, Zach.
I didn't know you used to live there.
We've talked about this.
I don't listen to what
friendship,
you say. Yeah, that's
wrestling.
True. Anyway, so Mr. Swagger gets busted in Biloxi. He gets pulled over for DUI, and they find marijuana in his car. Why does he still have his WrestleMania spot? He has survived this past Raw with his WrestleMania spot still intact.
By the rules of WWE, he could be fired.
Yeah.
He could be fired. And, maybe he deserves to be fired.
Wouldn't that be his first violation?
I think it's different when you get...
A DUI?
When you get caught with drugs in your car.
Oh, sure.
It's because you have an actual offense to you. It's different when you test someone, they're not going to jail.
Right.
But he actually got caught by a police officer. They want to put jail time on him. I read that they're trying to go for maximum.
Wow.
So, you know
hopefully
what?
not in the April
If you're
timeframe.
that stupid, when you're getting pushed to the moon in a world title match at the biggest show of the year,
maybe just put the drugs on hold.
Don't take drugs.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Just be clean. This is your
Either
career.
one of those is bad enough.
This is your career.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're going to make a big money payday at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and you screwed it up.
Biggest push of his career. Bigger than the ECW title. Bigger than the Money in the Bank
These
briefcase.
people disappoint. Anytime this stuff happens, I just don't get it. I get it that they work hard all year. They work so many days. But you don't have to do drugs.
No.
CM Punk
Not
doesn't
to
do
function.
drugs.
Exactly.
And I can always use CM Punk because he doesn't do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
He works just as hard as anyone. Maybe harder. Probably harder.
Hardest.
And if he can handle it, everyone else should handle it.
Exactly. And Jack Swagger, he's a freaking athlete. He should be used to
you would think.
Functioning under pressure.
You would think.
Yeah.
But no, he's disappointment. He doesn't deserve his push anymore, and maybe he deserves to be fired. You know, there's people that I would rather have in that spot.
Oh, totally. Dolph Ziggler, for one. If any good can come out of this, maybe they can end this god awful Zeb Coulter bullcrap. I don't like it, honestly. I'll be honest. I don't care for it. It's not the type of heel that I can enjoy. I enjoy tons of heels. Randy Orton, CM Punk.
They're just trying to get people,
The Miz, even
outside of wrestling, to respond, and they have.
They just focus on Glenn Beck for whatever reason. Why? What does that do for you? What does that do for your product?
They want outside.
Glenn Beck, who is an overwhelmingly unpopular person, they want involved in their product.
His Christmas blanket.
Someone explain.
Or something like that.
Oh yeah, with the Christmas sweater or whatever.
Sweater, blanket.
He's talking about his one-man show or whatever. Who cares? Okay, I hated that whole gimmick, that whole storyline, the We the People. First of all, it's not even entertaining when Zeb Coulter is doing all the talking, doing all the heat magnet stuff, and Jack Swagger is sitting there spouting off like a Manchurian candidate, just saying, "We the people! We the people!" What is entertaining about that? Yeah, exactly, seriously.
That's why, because
what is entertaining about him just seeming like he's brainwashed? Somebody tell me.
He's a heel. He's trying to make you mad.
He's not a heel.
It's working.
You're
mad. You hate him.
For the wrong reasons. I hate that he's not doing the right things.
What do you want him to do?
Something different.
Peace on earth.
Cut good promos, maybe.
Peace on earth. Peace on earth.
Anyway, the moral of the story is Jack Swagger does not deserve his spot anymore.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, don't drink and drive. And that's going to be about it for us. So keep reading the dirt sheets, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.